Blogging is now on easy mode, and what this means is that you can be able to start, to grow, to make money blogging, and to scale your blog into an income generating online business. And in this particular video, I want to share with you 5 reasons why I believe that blogging is actually on easy mode, contrary to what many might be thinking or might be saying about blogging today. The beauty about blogging being on an easy mode today is the fact that you can be able to leverage the power of blogging to be able to monetize your skills, your expertise, your knowledge, your hobbies, your passions, and your life experiences. You can actually be able to use blogging to build your personal or business brand, as well as be able to generate an extra source of income. And while blogging looks complicated, the truth of the matter is that blogging has never been easier than it is today. Thanks to new tools, easy to use platforms, and countless free resources, blogging is today on an easy mode, and you have every chance to be able to start and succeed with your blog. And having said that, I want you to give me the next couple of minutes as I share with you some of the reasons why I believe that blogging is actually on an easy mode today. The first reason why blogging is on an easy mode today is the fact that there exist AI and writing tools that did not exist several years ago. And this is very important because one of the biggest challenges when it comes to blogging, or why many people avoid starting their blogs, is because they are afraid of the work it involves when it comes to writing content. Because in essence, when you are building a blog, you are basically going to be writing a lot, publishing articles that relate to your niche or the topic that you want to cover. And that was quite a hurdle several years ago. But today, things are a little bit easier because you can be able to leverage the power of technology and AI to be able to write better content, and more importantly, to actually be able to do it in a faster way. And this is important because writing has always been one of the biggest challenges when it comes to creating or building a blog. And I know many people, and you might be in this group, actually do not want to start a blog because you are imagining that it's going to take a lot of time when it comes to creating content. And that is true, but the presence or the existence of AI and other writing tools make your work easier. They make blogging easier. You can be able to leverage the power of AI and those writing tools to make your work a little bit faster and be able to publish more content in a shorter period of time. Now, this needs to be taken a little bit carefully because you also do not want the AI to write articles for you. You want to also have a lot of human input in whatever content that you are building or creating. However, you can be able to actually use AI to generate content ideas, to probably even feed it with some of the draft articles that you are creating, and maybe to use it to also refine what you have written. What this basically means is that you really do not have to be an experienced writer to start and build your blog. What you need to do is you at least need to know your topic or the thing that you're going to be writing about, and then have the skills or the knowledge of being able to use the AI tools that are available to be able to get that work done in a better way or in a faster way. Basically, you can be able to use AI to be a little bit more efficient when it comes to building or starting your blog or creating the blog content that you want to publish. The second reason why blogging is being considered to be on an easy mode today is that you can be able to set up a beautiful and a functional website or a functional blog without writing a single line of code. The presence of the no-code platforms make it very easy for you to be able to do blogging or to get involved in blogging. And this was not the case a few years or a few decades ago, depending on when you are watching this particular video. because to build a blog, you needed to actually hire a website developer. Now, you still probably need a developer if you are building a larger website, probably a more complicated website or a complicated blog. But if you are just seeking to be able to publish content, to be able to build a simple and functional blog, you actually can be able to do that without the skills or the knowledge of using or writing codes. What that means is that today, or in a single afternoon, you can be able to start a blog and start publishing content. You have platforms like WordPress that actually use the drag and drop kind of a builder or framework that you can be able to actually use to build a functional blog or a functional website. And if you also prefer an all-in-one kind of a solution, you have platforms such as Squarespace or Wix, which you can use, where you can be able to get a template, customize it, and then have it published and use it for your content. And what is even more interesting, or what makes this even easier when it comes to blogging, is that some of these platforms are actually quite affordable. You may be required to pay a little payment or a little fee, either monthly, annually, or for a lifetime. And this ensures that you do not have an excuse as to why you should not start or build your blog. The third reason why I believe that blogging is on an easy mode today is that you have access to a lot of free learning resources. Today, you have no excuse why you cannot learn how to start, how to grow, how to monetize, and how to scale your blog into an income-generating online asset. There are a lot of books that have been written about blogging. You can also be able to read a lot of other blog articles that cover this topic of how you can go about it. And these are resources that have been created by other bloggers or other content creators who have actually gone ahead and shared their experience on how they have been able to build their blogs into profitable and successful online assets. You can also be able to watch a lot of YouTube videos when it comes to how you can go about building or actually starting your blog today. So there are a lot of resources that are available. If you have time, if you have data and access to the internet, there is a lot that you can learn. In fact, even if you just want to listen to how people have gone about this, there are a lot of podcasts that cover topics related to blogging or how content creators have turned their blog into an online business. Those are resources that you can use, and you can leverage them to be able to put yourself in a good position to be able to learn how blogging works. Now, while those free resources are available, there also exist other resources that you can pay for. Those might include digital assets such as online courses or online ebooks. You can be able to get those and also apply them or apply the lessons that you learn from them in your blogging journey. However, the available free resources can be enough if you do not have the available money or available cash to be able to buy those paid resources. What all this means is that you have no excuse in terms of starting your blog, or if you feel stuck, there is always something or someone who has written or has a piece of free resource that you can be able to use to get answers that you are seeking for. If you have any question about blogging, chances are that someone has already answered it, and there is a free resource with that answer on the internet right now. The fourth reason why blogging is on an easy mode is that you can actually make money blogging. You can be able to turn your blog into an income-generating online asset, and there are quite a number of ways on how you can be able to make money with your blog. And this is where blog monetization as a strategy comes into play. You need to be able to figure out what your blog business model is going to be. And when I say of a business model, basically what I'm saying is that you need to figure out how your blog is going to be making money in a long-term and sustainable way. So making money with a blog is actually a real thing. which means that today you do not have to start a blog just as a hobby. You can be able to lay a foundation or to have strategies that are going to help you to turn that blog into an online asset or into something that generates extra income for you every month. Now, some of the ways on how you can be able to make money with your blog include through display advertisement, affiliate marketing. You can do sponsorships or brand deals. You can do merchandising. You can actually leverage your blog to be able to build your coaching or consulting business. And one of the more probably popular and better way is where you can be able to sell your own digital assets. You can be able to create assets such as online courses, memberships, or even ebooks, and leverage your blog when it comes to being able to sell those assets. Now, when it comes to being able to make money with your blog, one of the lessons that I'm learning is that you may not be able to do or apply all those strategies at the same time. That means that you may need to have a plan on the sequence or how you are going to implement those monetization strategies. What are you going to start with, and what will be the next monetization strategy? How do you apply all that? Because they may require different kind of skills and probably different amount of work for you to be able to turn whatever monetization strategy into a reality. And at the same time, you may actually experiment and find out that you do not like one form of monetization, or you may prefer another form of monetization. So you need to be open to that kind of an experimentation when it comes to figuring out the best and the most optimum way for your blog to make money. But blogging is now on an easy mode because you can be able to make money from your blogging activities, and your blogging activities can actually turn out to be a real online business. What this means is that you can be able to start a blog with an objective of turning it into an income generating online asset, meaning that you can be able to earn extra money every month, which in turn would help you improve your personal finances. And if you're doing this for a business, you can actually also improve your business finances. The fifth reason why I think blogging is on an easy mode relates to search engines and social media platforms. And this is because today you have a lot of options when it comes to various search engines that you can use, as well as the social media platforms that you can leverage when it comes to promoting your blog or blog content. And one of the common themes among all these is the fact that they all love consistency. And if you can be good at consistently creating quality content, quality blog content, search engines and social media platforms actually love that kind of a thing. And here you're talking of, being able to understand how those algorithms or search engines work, and then being able to actually tailor your content and your activities to be able to serve those search engines. But more importantly, you also need to pair or understand why certain search engines or why certain social media platforms actually behave the way they do, and how they actually interact with their audiences, so that you can be able to create or customize your content for whatever platform that you want to actually focus on. So let's look at search engines. You actually have Google, Bing, Pinterest as some of the major search engines, while you have social media platforms such as X, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and very many others. But if you ask me, I would actually probably recommend that you focus more on search engines and a little bit less, especially when you're starting on the social media platforms. Because if you can be able to create content that is searchable, which can be found on the search engines, that gives you a long-term and sustainable way of being able to drive traffic to your blog. And over time, and as you become better into blogging and as your blog grows, then you can probably implement or add other social media platforms into your overall digital marketing strategy. As long as you remain consistent and you focus on actually helping your audience, your blog is going to grow, and with that growth, you will also have authority, and probably almost likely you're also going to increase your income. If you ask me, the best time to start a blog is now, and this is because I strongly believe that blogging is on an easy mode, which might be contrary to the public or popular opinion at the moment, given the kind of turmoil the blogging world has undergone over the last couple of months and years. And what this means is that you can be able to start, you can be able to grow, you can be able to monetize your blog and scale your blog into an income generating online asset in a relatively easier way compared to how things were a couple of years ago. If you would want to take the next step when it comes to starting your blog, you can book a free consultation call with me today, and I will leave a link in the description box below which you can use to do that. In the meantime, watch the video on your screen right now, subscribe to this YouTube channel if you have not, and I'm going to see you in the next one.